One of the mistakes I see all the time, anyone from a professional detailer all the way down to a DIY driveway detailer, is they just spend way too much time cleaning and dressing their rims and tires. And in this video, I'm gonna show you how you could do it quickly and effectively, and more importantly, safely. The first mistake that I see most people do when it comes to rims and tires is they're diluting down the product that they're about to use. Whether they use a dedicated wheel and tire cleaner and then a separate rim cleaner or an iron remover, which I guess could be a like issue 1.5. Iron removers do not do a good job cleaning. So using an iron remover on a wheel, though it's sexy and looks cool because it turns purple, it really is not that effective of a cleaner. Something like the JIMBO's Pure Magic Cleaner, which is acid-based, is way more effective at actually cleaning the rim, right? And so the first mistake I see a lot of people making, other than the iron remover, which is 1.5 now, is that they are pre-rinsing the rim. The reason why most brands tell you to pre-rinse the rim is to cool the rim down. But instead of pre-rinsing it and having water on the surface that is then going to dilute your product, why don't you just wait for the rim to cool down a little bit? So this rim is completely cooled down, and so there's no reason to pre-rinse. Now, if this was super muddy and I was trying to get mud off of it or something different, that may warrant getting that mud off first, but then again, I would still wait for it to dry or use a blower because I really want the product to saturate the dirt and release the dirt off the surface. So the JIMBO's Pure Magic Cleaner is an acid-based cleaner, but it is not a hydrofluoric acid, so it's much safer to use and then is way more effective, especially for the inner barrels of the rims that are really dirty. So what I like to do is adjust the spray pattern and then spray back into the barrel of the rim first. And this leads to mistake number 2, is that a lot of people put too much labor into cleaning their rims and tires. You need to get effective products that work and not spend so much time and physical energy cleaning the rims yourself, letting the product do the work. Now, Pure Magic Cleaner is not really a tire cleaner. It's not gonna brown the tire, but it does actually clean the tire very well. So, wanna give the Pure Magic Cleaner about 30 to 60 seconds, or as I think I said in the previous video, 60 seconds to a minute, which is the same thing, if you didn't know. And then let that dwell, but you can already see on the surface, even without touching it, without brushing it, without doing anything, a lot of the dirt and grime that was down here is already gone. So I'm gonna let that dwell. I may go grab a brush only because it's tight for my hand to fit into the back barrel of the rim. But there's your first 2 mistakes. 1, you're pre-rinsing the rim. 2, you're using inferior products. So stop using inferior products, use products that actually work and clean. If you want to get deep back in the barrel of the rim, you can use a rim brush, but you can see I'm not overly scrubbing. I'm not overly doing it. Let me grab a towel as well and show you right here how effective this could be on the rear barrels of the rims without much effort. So if you take a peek, just inside the barrel of the rim compared to where it is back here with the before and then down here with the after, that is what I mean when I talk about using very little effort to get the rim as clean as possible, okay? So an iron remover is not gonna be that effective on the barrel of the rim, okay? If I had a rim that was easier to get into, honestly, I would just get in there with my hand and scrub it with a towel because that stuff is just gonna fall off. And as you can see on the face of the rim, it's already pretty much fallen off except for a few areas. And then I just get in there with a towel because the product has done the work, not my physical labor. For the most part, the dirt is just now separated from the surface because of the Pure Magic Cleaner, which is the goal, to separate the dirt from the surface, and then you either just have to rinse it away or lightly brush it away and it'll fall off. Once you've scrubbed it to your desired scrub, I guess, you could simply just rinse it away. There you go. Now your rim and tire are cleaned. I'm gonna use a blower to kind of shortcut this so we could see the after result, but I would challenge any iron remover to do as good of a job as the Pure Magic Cleaner does on the inner barrel of the rims, let alone the face of the rims. That's a no-brainer. But there is no wheel and tire cleaner on the market that will cut barrel grease as much as the Pure Magic Cleaner. So I'm gonna blow dry this off, and then I will save the last mistake that everyone makes for the tire itself. Before we continue on to the rest of the video, I want to tell you about a special deal I have running right now. The flagship product, one of my favorite products on the face of the earth, is currently 25% off for existing inventory. So I really don't have that much left, but it's all 25% off. We had to do a name change, so it will now become Toughest Shell. And on the website, it does say Toughest Shell, but it is 25% off both the 16 ounces and the gallons, free shipping over $100. US only. To my friends in the north and to my friends down under, I haven't forgot about you guys. Trust me, I'm working on it, working on Amazon, just waiting on some approval on their end, and then we will get you taken care of for faster, better shipping to more places. And again, I just want to thank everyone for the support. This has been just an amazing month and a half, 2 months since launching my own brand. The support has really been overwhelming. As you can see, I'm just busting at the seams here. And so keep the orders coming, and I will keep the products coming. Thank you. And the last mistake that people make, or I see people make often when it comes to dressing the tire, is multi-fold, right? The first issue that people do is they don't use a adjustable shine tire dressing. And that's what's great about the JIMBOs All Dressed Up, is that it is fully adjustable depending upon your preference of shine. Me personally, I like a little bit of a shinier tire. A lot of people like more of a matte or satin finish. So if you have a tire dressing that is dilutable, then you can choose how shiny or matte you want your tire to be. Also, when it comes to how they're applying it, a lot of people apply it on a wet tire. If you apply any dressing onto a wet tire, it is definitely gonna fling and sling down the side of your car. So the best approach is to pick the tire shine. I like the JIMBOs All Dressed Up. I like it at a 1-to-1 dilution ratio, so 50% product, 50% water. I will spray it either directly onto the tire or a few sprays onto the applicator. I will apply it onto the tire like so. And then what I do is I let it sit and absorb into the tire, because sometimes what will happen with older tires, especially, not so much with newer tires, but with older tires, they will absorb a lot more of the product into it. So what I like to do is I like to get it all onto the tire, let it absorb in, and then knock it down with a dry microfiber towel. But you can see how, I don't know, someone will tell me in the comments, but what was that, like 5 or 6 sprays can dress this whole entire massive tire and leave a really nice shiny finish if you like that. And if not, you could just knock it down a little bit, or you can dilute the product down. Here's the problem though, when people go for a matte or a satin finish tire shine that is designed to be matte or satin, a lot of times what you get is streaks in the tire, so the tire doesn't look consistent. It doesn't look consistently black, it doesn't look consistently dressed. So really what the trick to do is to get one that is a little bit shinier, let it absorb in, and then take a dry microfiber towel. You could either do it instantly like this, or I like to, like I said, let it absorb in, and then you come and knock it down so you don't get any sling. But just like that, you can see how nice that tire is looking. Like that. And as a bonus tip when it comes to tire shine, as you can see, this little part underneath here is really hard to get your hand reached into, and a lot of people don't have floor jacks or any of that crazy equipment. So what I like to do is I will just take the car and actually roll it back about, I don't know, 6 inches or a foot. And what that'll do is that'll obviously rotate the tire, and then you won't get a wobbly shine tire that looks like this when you're rolling down the road. And you'll have a nice, even, consistent shine on the tire. So that's how you can quickly and efficiently dress and clean a tire. And those are the most common mistakes that I see when it comes to rim and tire dressing and cleaning and all that. Of course, you can pick up the Jimbos All Dressed Up. This is our new product over at jimbosdetailing.com. I'll make sure I have it linked below. It comes in full concentration with dilution ratios and all the fun stuff. You could use it for interiors, exteriors, trim, rubber, engines, a whole host of things. That's why it's called All Dressed Up, because it's for all of it. So thanks for watching. Catch you guys on the next one. See ya.